Water is said to be the single most important resource on our planet, and it is vital for our survival. We use it every day to do our laundry, to drink, and to shower. But only 3% of the world's water is fresh water, and even less of that is considered drinkable. Hi, I'm Connor, and today I hope to help you to better understand what is actually coming out of your faucet. Like most of you, I consume water, and I live here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. And I'll explain to you what's actually in your drinking water, because it's not just H2NO. An article reviewed by our very own NDSU professor several years ago, Tom Schneider, mentioned that there are many other things in our water, including poisonous things such as nitrates and nitrites. But that's just not it. There's also minerals such as lead, iron, calcium, and chlorine. Now, does that really sound like something that you'd like to be drinking every day? No, but that's not all. Not to mention, there's also harmful bacteria and the possibility of amoebas, some which can be deadly. Thankfully, we have the EPA. The Environmental Protection Agency is a federal organization that regulates water quality in America, so that those small organelles do not infect and poison your water. All tap water in America is supposed to go through what's called a WTF, Water Treatment Facility, which is regulated by the EPA. However, the EPA has a loose grip on what they can actually make cities do as consequences for not having clean water, because it really only hurts themselves. An example of this would be Flint, Michigan. I'm sure all of you have heard what's been happening in Flint, Michigan with the water quality, but that's in the extreme levels. After looking up the EPA's website at epa.gov, I learned that there was a law enforced in 1972 called the Clean Water Act. The goal was to regulate water quality standards for surface water in America. However, the EPA considers minerals such as lead and iron to be secondary priorities. Sediments such as calcium and potassium do not even have regulation standards for how much can be in your water. The cleaner the water, the better. But those regulations are not always enforced on water treatment facilities. But thanks to the EPA, all those facilities have to produce a water treatment facility safety procedures report. And naturally, I looked up Fargo's at fargo.com 2015 Water Safety Report. After doing this, and doing my own water testing, the site only concluded and confirmed what I already knew. The pH of the Fargo water is at a 9, which is pretty much dissolved baking soda. The hardness of the water was off the charts at over 500 milligrams per square. And the total dissolved solid was not even listed, which actually went over my aquarium tank monitor at 1500. Meaning that the water here in Fargo could definitely use an improvement. In conclusion, it is known that we use water every day. We drink it in large amounts, and even though we don't consume enough of that to actually cause harm to our bodies, we drink lots of it over a period of many years, meaning that it could have some long-term adverse effects. And because of that, I believe that we should all know the context of our water.